Spacemen 3 have been around since 1982, and I never personally found out about them until about 1987 when a guy called the Jazz Butcher told me this is the greatest rock and roll band. And I went along to see them, and they were like playing with no lights, and you literally had to be like 6'4" to see the band because they all sat down. But it seems like there's been since 1984 there's been a sort of like a revamping of rock music with Jesus and Mary Chain and people like that coming through. But why was it that you were doing this in 1982 and nobody ever found out about it?
The sort of music that we were into, no one was really doing it then. So with the bands that we liked, mainly from the 60s, some from the 70s and stuff, just seemed to be a real lack of that sort of music at the time, you know? Apart from maybe the Cramps and the Gun Club.
Right. Because every time I'll go and see a Spacemen 3 concert, right, you know, the lights are always like right on you. And it sort of reminds me of the Velvet Underground when they used to turn the lights on and try and induce epilepsy. Is this what the Spacemen 3 are about?
Yeah, I think there's a certain high you can get through strobes and stuff like that, you know, certain energy from them that complements the music.
Right.
We use a light show behind as well, so it's kind of, that cuts that out, it brings it into a different dimension from what's on the back, as it were.
I remember during the summer when I was taking illegal substances, and I thought that your record was like Simple Minds at that particular point, and that was the perfect prescription. So it was like, it must have either been weird drugs or a weird record, right? So if you had to describe your group, what drug would it be?
A cocktail, definitely a cocktail of different drugs. There's music within the band to suit more than one level of consciousness, so it's like it's hard to pinpoint it down to any drug.
Yeah, because you describe your sound as the ecstasy sound, I believe.
I think amongst other things, yeah, I think you could, yeah. It's definitely some of our tracks which are aimed at that type of listener.
Just 5 seconds. Just 5 seconds of decision to realize that the time is right.
I remember the first time that Pat Fish ever told me about you. He said that he went to this studio in Rugby and you were all sitting around for 45 minutes playing the chord G, and he couldn't understand if that was because you'd taken too many drugs or you actually liked G. Could you elaborate on it?
Can't have been G because we didn't have G at that stage.
No, E.
Right.
It's like a sort of E chord.
There's a few bands into that E chord at the moment, isn't there?
Yeah, I don't know, probably, yeah. That was one of our songs, and I think he was just amazed that it was that long and that we just did it in one take like that. Couldn't believe that we could play for that long without a break. You know?
Really? In the NME this week, there's a photograph of you saying, "For all the fucked up children of the world, we give you the Spacemen 3. And I think it's Jason's t-shirt. Over the fucked, there's a big badge. Is this you selling out for commercial success, or was it just badly placed, that particular badge?
We did most of that photo session without the badge, and it was originally done for Melody Maker, and they won't print the word fuck, so they did actually print that, and they used the one with fuck on it, which was quite ironic. But the NME wouldn't use the one with the fuck, so they used the one with the badge on it.
Really? Pat Fish, the jazz butcher, has also told me that he says that you're the laziest people in the world, that it's absolutely through a nonchalant type attitude that you can't be bothered to stand on stage, that you sit. Now, I don't personally believe that because I know the guy's a liar. But it's, I mean, why do you sit on stage?
Well, some of our songs are quite long, and like Ode Catastrophe, the 45-minute one that you're talking about before. To really concentrate and put everything into that, you have to sit down, really. And most of the best, I think some of the best musicians sit down.
Jerry Garcia?
People like John Lee Hooker. It's right for the music.
You should buy their LP. It's bloody brilliant. Don't buy the drugs at the weekend. Buy their LP. Spacemen 3.